Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abisade Adetayo. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You guys, happy new year. Happy new year. I know. New year, new me, new look. You guys, I just feel like changing my look. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about my look. I love it actually. Anyways, welcome to another diary section. You guys are going to be having diary sections on this channel. Girl to girl, let's talk. We need to talk about life, about business, finances, vlog, lifestyle. You know, what have a mess. But anyways, guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Like seriously, how are you doing? Like I need to know how you guys are thriving, just trying to survive life in your 20s. Cause psych, same here. Same here. Anyways, in this particular video we want to talk about savings. But wait before you think, oh, so boring. I know that savings can be, a boring conversation. Savings can be impossible. It can be. I know this for a fact, especially when you're dealing with bills, with responsibilities, with impulse buying and things that you need to do with your money. But trust me, it is so important, and I'm here to make it easier. I'm here to make it very easy for you. Anyways, get your notebook, get cozy, and let's dive into this particular video. First things first, let's talk about mindset. Saving money is not about depriving yourself of good things. It's just about setting yourself for financial freedom and opportunities for the future. Start small. Even as low as 200 naira every day can go a long way into you mastering your savings habit. As low as 2,000 naira in a week, every little drop of water over a long period of time becomes a body of water. It becomes a large, like, every drop thing becomes a larger thing eventually. So like every money that you put aside over time is going to grow. But one thing you need to know is the fact that you need to start small. You need to grow with it and stay consistent. Chicken, also remember that everybody's financial journey is different. You need to remember this. Everybody's financial journey is different. No two friends have the same financial journey. You guys are not having the same thing. You cannot be comparing yourself with somebody who is earning more than you. So you cannot compare what you are going to be saving with what they are going to be saving. Do you get? Don't compare yourself to someone who's already making millions of naira. Just focus on your own part. That's this. Now let's get practical. Let's practical budgeting tips. You need to have practical budgeting tips. See, if you want to save money, one of the ways for you to save money is the fact that you need to budget your money. So I know that for a particular month, every month a particular money comes into my account as my salary. Do you understand? My salary comes in, I already have like I already have like my budget sorted out for every month. Do you understand? Usually people use 50, 30, 20. That's the rule. Like 50 for your bills, for your rent, for things that you need to do, for food, transport, and all of that thing. You have 30% for your savings, or 20, depends on how you want to flip it. Then the remaining percentage will go for you, for your needs, your wants, because you're the one that works for the money. Even though I do not use that particular technique, I'll probably put like a screenshot of, maybe I'll just put like what I use for myself. I do 10% for tithe. I do 20% for, also sorry, I do 10% for tithe, 30% for my savings. I do 10% for my investment. I do 20% for me that did the work, and I think the remaining percent is for emergencies and my emergency. Another thing that I also recommend, if you're trying to budget, you need to be able to track your expenses. Wait, it's not difficult at all. One thing is for you to have efficient budget, or an efficient budget that works. You need to be able to know where and how your money is being spent. Do you understand? So for me now, I've been using this particular app for maybe like 2 years now. It is called the Money Manager. It's an app that I indicate for every time I make a purchase, for every time that I spend money, I should like indicate it in the app. Like for transport fare, 600 naira, 2,000 naira for boats, 5K for food, like that. Even if I gift out money, I put on that gift. I'll probably put like a screenshot of what it looks like. Maybe later in the future, I'll make like a comprehensive video so that you guys can actually get on it. And if you cannot get on the app, it's fine. You can just get like a notebook where you note it down. Even though I feel like that's a little stressful, sha. But really, there is no one way to this thing. There is no one way to this thing. You can decide to use the app. That's like just get on your phone and just just use it. Or you have like a notebook where you write out all of your expenses, and it's just easy. So at the end of each month, you already know like, oh, this is where my money goes. I know that I spend a particular amount of money on transport. I spend this on this. I spend this on this. And by this, it will even help you to know that for transport, it is 10% of my salary or 20% of my salary that goes into my transport. Do you understand? It will enable you to have like a proper budgeting, a proper budget that you can stick to. And also, there's also a particular hack that I found. I think I found it. I found it on TikTok. So, like, if you want to buy something, if you want to make like a purchase, or maybe like an expensive purchase, you just give yourself 24 hours. Think about that particular purchase for 24 hours. Eventually, over time, we tend to realize that we do not really need that particular item. So over time, you realize that this is a want, not a necessity, and you can always like do without it. Now to my favorite one, which is the saving hacks. Let's talk about saving hacks. Let's talk about saving hacks. This is where I think I've been saving I was since I was 10 or 12. My mom back then, she usually gives us like this wine bottle where we are. I think one of my cousins left a comment on my last video. Apparently, I put the comment on the screen. Like I've been saving since 10 years, like since 10 years old. Even though I didn't really understand the concept of saving that time, I would save and go back to my savings to pick out the money to spend. But like over time, I've mastered the act of savings. Like I've understood what saving does, how saving works, and how I can improve on my saving. That's why I'm sharing this with you right now. There are different hacks to savings, to be very honest. So one way that I started with was having different accounts, like different savings accounts where I put my money. So let's assume that I get particular money this particular month. I know that let me give figures. So let's assume that I get 50K this month, just figures, 50K this month. I know that 10K or 15K or 20K of that money goes into my savings account where I do not have access to it. That is where you can even, this way you can even cultivate a habit of doing your emergency savings. You know that this is where the money that you are not supposed to touch. And one thing you need to understand is that you need to cultivate the habit of discipline. You need to be disciplined. You need to discipline yourself. You need to be disciplined. You need to discipline yourself. That is the only way it's going to be effective. That's the only way it's going to work. Another one that I do is automation, like automate your savings. So now, this is where my Piggyvest work. I will always scream and shout the goodness of Piggyvest. They're not sponsoring this video, by the way. It's just the app that I've used, I think 4 or 5 years now, and it has worked for me. I've not had any cost to worry about my money. I've not had any cost to, like think about, my money is missing or stuff like that. But I am not telling you to do the same thing. I'm just giving you suggestions that work for me. You can do your own findings and pick out other apps that does the same thing. I think there is Cowrywise, there is Kuda, there is, I'm not sure. I think Opay does the same thing as well. I'm not sure, but you can have like other apps that does the same job. So automate your savings. For example, now I have like a particular one on Piggyvest where every month 10,000 naira of my money will be deducted and put into my target savings. I know that so I did this auto savings, like the automation, to the 28th of every month. I know that by that time I would have gotten money, like I would have gotten my salary. My salary would have been paid to my account. So the Piggyvest feature just remove the money and save it for me. So this way I don't even have to think about that I want to save, because it has done that automatically for me. And if I have to do that manually, there are times that The spirit and body will be like, okay, you need to, you can do it next month. But once you've already like automated, that's gone. And also things like bonus, like gifts that you did not work for or that you were not expecting, um that happens to come into your hand, you should not spend all of it at once. You shouldn't. You should be able to save some money out of that one as well. And finally, think long term. Long term. Right now, at this particular phase of your life, building an emergency fund is one of the things that you need to think about. Building an emergency fund should be your first goal. I understand. We've been hearing so much about investment, about crypto, about how to multiply your money, how to do stock, how to do this and that. But right now, you are not at that phase in your life where you need to invest. You need to build up your emergency fund first. Let's assume that you would save up like 3 months of your salary. I know it's not like it's not impossible. It's a little hard, but it's something that you can do. And over time, after building up your emergency fund, you can now think about investment. There are so many platforms where you can invest your money. You can even start very small, as low as 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. Once you get your emergency fund up, you can now start thinking about investment. Don't worry, you don't even need to know a whole lot of things about investment. You can look at apps like Bamboo, like RiceVest, like Optimus, and also follow other people that talks about finances, where you can make your findings about investment, about platforms that you can use. I thought that there is something called mutual fund where you can put your money in it, and over time you can always, like, every month you can always build on it. And remember, saving money in your 20s is not easy, but it is not impossible, and it is doable. It's so worth it. Start small, grow with it, and stay consistent, and watch your savings grow with time. Thank you so much for watching this particular video to this point. If you found this video helpful, please kindly give me a thumbs up, like this video, share this video with your friends and people that know that might need this, and leave me comments. Tell me about your own saving tips, your own saving hacks. I would love to learn from you as well. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Until the next time I come your way, stay jiggy, keep saving, keep growing your money, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.